Oh, we're live. Hello. How's everybody doing? What's today? Happy Tuesday. Happy May 14th. May the 14th be with you. And today is episode number 117. And today we're talking about motivation simply because it is a topic that is on everyone's mind all the time. And I thought, why not give you a little bit of some research and a little bit of experiences from yours truly. So there are three things that you could do that you probably haven't really heard of in terms of motivation, because you probably heard of, finding your why, meditating and all that stuff. But these are very practical tips for you to find. Okay, let's dive right into it. The first one, never complain. Now, here's the reason why I say never complain. I did a little post today on Instagram and on TikTok with regards to never complaining. For me, with regards to complaining, because this is how complaining works. When you complain to someone, what happens is that complaint makes you feel good. So you're actually making yourself feel good every time you complain, because the exact same process in your brain that happens gives you that dopamine surge, which is the exact same process that happens when you actually solve the problem. There are the exact same components that happen inside the brain. Research shows that. And so then when you're complaining, your brain thinks that you're actually solving the problem. So then you're complaining, your problem is solved, and now you feel good. But you turn around, the problem's still there. Now you feel bad again. Now you're going to complain again. And then now you're in a vicious cycle where you're down spiraling. And guess what's going to happen to your motivation? It's going to go away. It's going to keep going lower and lower because you're tricking your brain into feeling good. And that is the point, is that you don't want to trick your brain to feel good. You want to actually earn that good feeling. So the first thing is that for you to stop complaining. Now, I have grown up, and obviously a lot of you may be the same situation where you're encouraged to express your feelings. What people say to you is you shouldn't bottle it up. You shouldn't keep it inside, because then that increases your stress levels, and then you get increased cortisol levels, and then they start quoting studies and whatever, and they say it's not good for you. But the actual thing is that stress is actually really good for you. And that's probably the second thing that you should be very hyper aware of, is that stress is good for you. So the first thing is that you shouldn't complain. And the second thing is that stress is very good for you. Now, what does stress do? Stress allows you to actually move. If you are decreasing your stress, you are decreasing your motivation. Increase your stress, you increase your motivation. It's a normal process. It's actually like a magical formula for you to have an unlimited amount of motivation, is for you to increase your amount of stress. When you go to the gym, what you're doing is, in order for you to improve your body, is you're increasing your stress to your body, whether it's to lose weight, so you're increasing your cardiovascular stress, or you're increasing your muscular stress in order for you to increase your resistance power so you can become stronger. But stress, contrary to popular belief, is actually good for you. Can you stress yourself to smithereens? In my opinion, you can't, because there's a regulatory mechanism inside your body, inside your brain, that won't allow you to. So you can stress yourself, but then there's going to be a switch where you're just going to be like, okay, well, this is a little too much. I need to take a break. But if you are constantly complaining or constantly trying to avoid stress, then yeah, I mean, you're not going to go anywhere, because now your motivation is so low. Now you're going to try to find motivation, but you're going away from these things that are actually providing motivation. Well, now you're confused. So prevent confusion. The last thing is, which maybe you've heard of before, is make it bigger than yourself. Whatever you're trying to achieve, make it not about you. So make it about your family, make it about your community, make it about the world, that you're trying to provide more value or something. And those are the three tips for you to have an unlimited amount of motivation. Probably the first two are probably the ones that you haven't heard before. And it's incredibly important. And probably the first one is probably the one that you're going to be struggling with the most, because it's ingrained in all of us for us to complain, because guess what? Everyone else does it. I mean, do you know anybody that doesn't complain? Guess who I know that doesn't complain? The incredibly successful people. Those are the people that I know don't complain. They're the ones that make jokes about their problems, but they don't actually complain about them. They always find solutions to their problems. I hope this was beneficial. And as always, keep smiling and good night.